It's such a long road to success, but hey, we thrive.
Hey, we thrive.
It's the Pulpit Podcast, baby. Season 3. Episode 85.
Yeah.
What the business is. It's that man with the plan, Big Cam. And that's cuz with the buzz, Big Bo.
Big Bo.
And you know we got that food for you, so for sure.
For sure.
And the disclaimer is a beautiful thing because I have noticed a lot of people using disclaimer or even using words like a disclaimer to let people know how fucked up it's about to get or could get.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's mild. Sometimes it's lukewarm. Sometimes it's hot and fuego. So, but at least you know what you're dealing with the Pulpit Podcast because we do this. The Pulpit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast.
Say it once more.
I said, you know I got to do it. I said, the Pulpit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast, but we are bringing the gospel in the form of information straight like that. And y'all know this podcast is based on the foundation of positivity, motivation, inspiration, and most importantly, love. So we don't do anything without a weekly affirmation. And you know I keeps them on deck.
Message.
There is always another chance for everything in life. But the fact is that there is no chance of another life. Be grateful, be humble. And that says a lot. You know what I'm saying? You, as long as you're living, you can always make a wrong or right. You know what I'm saying? But once your time is up, I hope you did enough in that time span.
Go out here and live.
Live your life. Live it positively, though. You know what I'm saying? Try to, be as best as you can, be the best person, best version of you, and put good energy out in the atmosphere. That's all you can do while you're here. All right, so it's me and Bo rocking. Like I said, we coming toward the end of the year anyway, so the guests are going to be sparingly because we normally take a little break. I got to get those mental juices back right. So, I figure out how I want to flip the podcast. We've done so many shows and whatnot. But we like to keep that momentum going, but we just need a little break every now and then. So you'll probably see me and him finishing it up. Probably get a guest or two. But we'll see how it goes. But anyway, so me and Bo was talking last week and at the end of the other podcast, and he was just like, bro, what decade don't really get no love?
Nah.
And he was like, the 2000s. We always screaming 90s R&B, 90s rap, 80s, music. But nobody really chops it up about 2000. So since you gave it to me, go ahead, just let them know.
The 2000s, like, people are I'm not going to say it's the golden era, but I think that's the era that the most hip hop records were sold.
Classics out of that.
I'm not even just saying classics. I'm just saying like that's also an era where like.
Yeah, but that was like, that was the more marketable era. I would say that was the more marketable era because when you think about the people that was in the 2000s, got a lot of diamond records.
That's what I'm getting at.
Multi-platinum.
Eminem, Dre, Nelly, Jay-Z, you're having like big Outkast.
Outkast,
you know what I'm saying? You're having these big hip hop records, and like people don't really bring up the 2000s.
They don't ever bring up 2000s. Some of the top dogs. I'm talking about like you got 50, you got Jay, you got M, you got Luda. You take this out. You got Outkast, you got T.I. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot in a 2000 era.
I remember being in the early 2000s and folks were having 90s parties.
Still, exactly.
Was having 90s parties. Like, ain't nobody having no 2000 parties. Ain't nobody trying to. But like even though the look is like back what's out now too.
But I think the thing is because even with hip hop and R&B in the 90s was connected at the hip to be dope. You know what I'm saying? 2000 R&B wasn't matched up with hip hop, I don't think. You didn't have as much, I would say.
2000 R&B? You talking about like a connection with hip hop?
Yeah, I mean like in the midst of like in the 95, you know what I'm saying? When you say like the 90s era, right? It's so many groups, R&B or singers, you know what I'm saying, that were dope, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you had a collective group. It wasn't just everybody sounding the same and everybody had a different vibe to them and whatnot. And then you had hip hop the same way. So that's why people kind of embrace the 90s. When they talk about the 90s, it's like, man, you got so many, to choose from. I think 2000 was more just about hip hop. They just dominated. I don't really.
I mean, you got Beyonce, you got Aaliyah, you got Ashanti, you got. I mean, Usher. What the hell?
You got Usher, but I mean, I still, I don't know.
I mean,
I don't think
the 2000s, Usher.
But when you think about the 2000s, I'm just saying I think that's the reason why people don't. The perfect example in the 90s, who did you have? You have R. Kelly.
Yeah,
you had Jodeci. You had the Shies. You had Silk. You know what I'm saying? Just look at all. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if no bands was even around in 2000 besides Drew Hill, and Drew Hill's like basically. That's what I'm saying, like a group, basically. But I'm saying, like,
the group started dying off.
The groups died off in 2000.
But I mean, you still had Jagged Edge.
Okay.
You still had, the remnants of 211. Okay. In the early 2000s.
Yeah, 112 and whatnot like that.
And then it went to Pretty Ricky.
Grind on me.
Ricky.
It got watered down. I think they might have been the watered down version of the group R&B going down the drain. Everybody kind of start. Do what they did. Like Pleasure P sing a little bit and then have a little rapper come in. You know what I'm saying? It changed the dynamic of how music was made R&B wise, basically, you know what I'm saying, in that time, I think. But when I think of like 90s, it's just so soulful. Like, I think that's another thing is like, and then, we come up with that. So a lot of the people we talk to are in our age range are going to be like, the 90s is where it's at. We was in high school. You know what I'm saying? Most time, high school, middle school coming up. So
but the 2000s, I mean, you could say soulful, but the 2000s is still Erykah Badu, didn't you know?
Oh, my girl. That's my girl. You ain't got to tell me nothing.
That's 2000. It's a
probably
lot
Jill
of
Scott. Jill Scott.
Jill Scott.
Jill Scott
definitely 2000. She opened up the 2000s.
But it's just crazy. I'm just saying, I think it's just because that's what resonated with us more, the 90s.
I mean, maybe it might take another 10 years.
Maybe.
People be like, are we celebrating the 2000s? We dress like
or maybe just the fact that the 2000 was more open. Like, it was so big with so many people. Like, I guess the 90s was more, compact. Had its certain people, that always come out with jams and stuff like that. But the 2000, nigga, it's acts from all regions.
I mean, you got to understand the explosion of the internet.
Exactly. And the marketability. The marketability.
Folks, the interwebs, like cats was getting into all types of different genres,
And I think that's where the selling comes in that. Like, people buying the consumer, was put more in your face.
Then there's bootlegging,
you had the LimeWire, you had the peer-to-peer sites, Kazaa. You had the MTV, what was it called? MTV Live. You had the 106 in Park. You have these type of shows pushing these artists. I don't think we had that no more like that. You know what I'm saying?
None of that
TRL, that's what it is. TRL. You know what I'm saying?
Total Request Live.
Yeah. People request videos, and then the artists would come on there and just show their face right before the album dropped. That was promotion back then. Now you don't got to do all that. So it's like, it's a lost art.
You actually do.
You can do it instead of your home, though. Really.
You can see when the people that get out there and get out there on the grind and talk they talk and promote their stuff, actually, their stuff get out there.
I think you can, but this is also that popcorn era where you can sit at home and put on the phone and come up with a gimmick and be as popular as a person who's out there grinding. That's the option you have now and where we're at now. So I think that's the difference. But I definitely think 2000, like, it's almost like when you put basketball eras. When you go to eras and whatnot, you're like,
say that.
The 2000 era of basketball too is like
Iverson,
Kobe, Shaq,
Melo,
LeBron. I mean, hell, really, it's a lot of fucking greats in there. Hall of Famers in 2000.
Tim Duncan.
Jason Kidd, you got Manu Ginobili, you got, what I'm saying? It's just like a lot of people that, resonate with people. Kevin Garnett, shit. It's like.
Hey, Gilbert Arenas' punk ass was hard for a few years.
Agent
Hiroshima,
hey, he had a few years. It was like, he was a problem.
Hey, he was a problem. And ask any NBA player if he knows he's a problem. I remember Kobe was like, that's one of the hardest motherfuckers I ever had to guard. And he was going at Kobe, talking shit. That's what I like. And I like people
Tracy
who
McGrady.
back it up. You talk your shit, you back it up, and you go out there and work on your shit so you ain't got to worry about backing it up. You know what I'm saying? And Agent Zero, he was a problem out here, boy. But yeah, it's like I just do. Me and Bo was just thinking about like the 2000 got to get his love. It needs his flowers. It's a lot of gems in
Rasheed
2000.
Wallace.
Hell, in the club, you know what I'm saying? You got like some anthems that you'll never not live down, you know what I'm saying, that came about in 2000. So how is that not a decade or so, you know what I'm saying, or era
Shit.
that doesn't get props?
I remember when they thought everything was gonna get shut down. When
Y2K, hell,
They
shit,
they
say
thought everything was
that.
gonna shut down, everybody was scared.
Motherfuckers thought it was the end of the world. Fuck being shut
They
down.
stocking up on canned foods.
Motherfuckers thought it was the end of the world. Now, like I said before, if you do your Bible history, there is no certain date. God
They
doesn't give
thought
a certain
everything
date.
was
They
gonna
thought
shut
at
down.
this
Yeah,
certain
it's over.
time when 2000 hit, that all hell was gonna break loose.
And that shit
And
was
then,
like-
and then the funny part about this, when the day went over 2000, nothing happened. Motherfuckers was like,
Oh,
Really?
look at the time.
I wasn't tripping.
Really? Why they had a matter of fact, they had a Y2K. They motherfuckers was having parties like Y2K, like we're gonna party because the world's about to end. And then what happens when it ends at 12 o'clock?
Nah, everything
It goes into 2, 3, everything is still the same. You like, well, y'all can still party, but y'all can get the hell out of
that
here
was
too.
fun.
This party is over with, for real, for real. But yeah, that was wild times. You know, it's crazy that it's almost along the line. People were scared like how they was doing with that fucking toilet paper with COVID. When the pandemic hit, that's what they was on for Y2K. Buying up every goddamn thing and didn't even have no real reasoning behind why we were following this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Not
When
at
you think
all.
about it, what was we even following it for? Like Y2K was made up by some people who just said, listening to what scientists.
They were saying something about like with the computer systems are not updated enough, and where when it turns into, you know, the 2000s, all our computer systems that's like, you know, then transfer the intelligence to of controlling like the water system or gas,
okay.
different little networks.
So
are
it was
gonna
really
shut down.
basically thinking
They're
that
gonna-
all
they
life.
thinking they're gonna shut down, and you know we ain't gonna have electricity, we ain't gonna have no water, we ain't gonna everything just gonna shut down because of the damn computer.
Yeah, them motherfuckers was thinking it like some people that took it to say the end of the
I think
world.
it was a fable to just sell shit, man. It's so canned foods.
I think people got
Yeah.
boosted into
It's
that.
like
I guarantee
Christmas,
you
man.
somebody had a marketable scheme that sold a lot of shit.
Motherfuckers was getting all kind of canned
Hey man, y'all better
foods.
get these bangs, G.
Motherfuckers was making basements.
Yeah,
There's-
shelters.
I've been down here digging.
Shelters, motherfucking shelters, bomb shelters and shit like that. Motherfuckers, I'm saying, motherfuckers was really
Barricade.
panicking. The day before, some people probably was like, I might as well just spend all the money in my bank since the world gonna
And,
end
it was probably
doing
some
some
dickheads
silly
like that.
shit.
But like, now everybody's like, they want to be with their family. Hey, now the New Year.
Facts.
If it's
We
gonna
was-
happen,
we was all
gonna
huddled
die
up.
together.
We always get together with our family anyway, but we was really with our family.
It's gonna- it's gonna
Everybody come over this house, just wave it, go down. We all got each other's back if whatever gonna happen. Shit was wild back then. If
Man,
you,
that's some dumb shit.
you
now.
millennials probably wouldn't even know nothing about it. We just Google that shit.
They was babies.
Google it.
They was like,
Babies.
what's going on?
Got to Google that shit. But yeah, go ahead and give 2000s flowers, man. If they don't get it enough, then throw them in there with the 90s when you talk about good music, good entertainment, good sports. Go ahead and throw them in there too. All right, cuz.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking about today.
What was that?
What movie needs a reboot or a sequel? Now, this isn't a perfect world. I'm just saying, in your liking, your preference, a type of movie, something that you would like to see different actors or actresses in, or just the story prolonged, what would you go with?
Well, the one movie that I thought should have been made some years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and this is when you know this brother was like on his star rising.
Yeah, yeah.
He's showing he can act in different little things.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking they should redo The Last Dragon.
You
You are the last dragon. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was thinking that with Chris Brown,
Okay.
but like I've been trying to think of who could. I can't find that young singing, dancing R&B artist right now that would be like. So like you would have to like.
At that time, it would have been Rihanna if it was released at a
I'm
great
talking
time.
about the guy.
Who's a singing artist? You said.
I'm talking about if we were gonna do it now.
Are you talking about?
Like,
so Chris
like,
Brown passed up. So that's okay. I got you.
so
I got
Chris
you.
Brown,
I'm with
so
you now, bro.
I'm trying to figure out who could play.
I would say, hell, like I just told you, what's his name? Trevor Jackson. If the dude that plays Superfly, I think that is the perfect.
he can sing.
Yeah, you know, that's the perfect. But I don't even think the dude sung in Last Dragon. It was the Vanity. It's the only person because he was going to see her as an entertainer. He didn't sing.
No, he didn't sing, but I mean,
I'm just saying. So that role would be perfect. Although Trevor Jackson can sing, which gives it a different spin off. You know what I'm saying? And they could have changed up the storyline. You know what I'm saying? You could put so many different characters in that place. Hell, Lil Boosie could be his little brother.
Lil Boosie.
Not Lil Boosie.
Lil Boosie could be his brother. You know what I'm saying?
I
saw it first.
Brother.
No, but I'm just saying though, because I'm just saying how it look. You know what I'm saying? So like, the little hard ass brother.
It's not gonna be Lil Boosie, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. You can't do that.
Or matter of fact, the dude that be on Wildin' Out.
You better off getting
the little short dude that be on Wildin' Out.
You better off get Kanan.
Nah, that nigga be mugging. His nigga be mugging too much. I don't think Kanan could do it. I'm talking about the dude that be on Wildin' Out. There was a little young dude that used to cuss. He was also in another movie. What's his name? I forget his name, but he probably would be perfect for the part. But anyway it goes, I can see that. I definitely can see them doing it.
And see, and they're already doing so many reboots. It's like that's what makes this hard.
They skipping out on some good classics though.
Okay.
So here I'm gonna go with this. And I've been saying if you've been listening to the podcast and episodes, I've said it in multiple ones. Harlem Nights. It's like one of my favorite movies. But I would just want these comedians that we have out here today could easily fill these roles of these legends that was in the first Harlem Nights. I'm telling you, you got Kevin Hart, you got Dave Chappelle, you got Cat Williams, Mike Epps. All those roles right there are filled for the top people. Then you could have the women comedians or the ones, you know what I'm saying, normally be in there. Like for the old girl, Vera, it would be Monique. That's an instant one, you know what I'm saying? Because she's older in the movie. Monique is older.
Man, don't know Monique.
But I'm just saying though, the type of people that you could actually fit, you know what I'm saying, the characteristics, the attitude, the different things that brings to a movie, you could make that happen easily. Hell, Eddie Murphy's still around. Shit, he could be in the movie somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like this nigga still look young, so you could put him in a movie. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the legends that was in that movie had passed on. Yeah. But man, it's a classic. I can see Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle being the Quick and old boy.
Nah,
Sugar.
Them niggas is old too.
Nigga, this called acting, nigga, and it's called makeup, nigga. How many times we done looked at that motherfucker Megan Good, nigga, and think she was 17, nigga, she was almost 30, nigga, in the movies. It's called acting and makeup, nigga, and putting on disguises and shit and costumes. You look different. I guarantee you, motherfucker, Richard Pryor probably was 40-something when he made that movie.
Shit, he was probably 60-something, nigga.
When he made that movie?
Yeah.
Nigga, did he look 60 in the movie?
Yeah, he looked old.
No. Sugar did not look no 60 in the movie,
man,
nigga.
You go watch it.
Look no damn
Sugar didn't look no 60, bro, in the movie. He
looked like they was having the juice in.
And Eddie Murphy looked like about 20-something, and he was older. Quick, man, I'm gonna get you quick.
Man, Richard Pryor looked they would stand him up.
Nah, his movements was stiff as fuck, but I'm saying his face.
Yeah, he was sick, man. He wasn't the Richard Pryor.
I'm just saying if you're talking about moving and animation and you know things like that, no.
He's still hilarious, though.
But looks, I'm talking about looking at him visually. He didn't look like no 60-year-old man. He didn't,
bro.
Not in that movie, but you know that is what the makeup is for, and the you know what I'm saying cosmetic stuff is for to make a person look younger. It's a lot of niggas in movies that be young and old as fuck. Period. So that's one. Then I gotta go with How High. How High with Meth and Red, a part 2. Not that bullshit with Lil Uzi Vert and DC Young Fly. Terrible. They did a terrible job. And I'm not saying that DC Young Fly ain't funny. I don't know where they got the Lil Uzi Vert part from, but whatever. Or Lil Yachty, not Uzi Vert. Lil Yachty. Yeah, Lil Yachty. All these little motherfuckers get confused every time. Little motherfuckers with colored hair. These little motherfuckers with different colored hair and shit.
He said curly.
Nah, the colored hair. He got red hair. You know what I'm saying? But
it was Lil Yachty.
Yeah, Lil Yachty. That's him.
It was.
It's not a little boat. Like they said, it's not a little boat. But that was a terrible remake. They didn't do my How High justice at all. It was terrible. But I would like to see Meth and Red come back for another one. I don't even know how you make it, but they moved on. This is what I want to see. They moved on. I get it. In a perfect world, this is what I want to see. I guarantee these movies probably would never happen because they haven't happened by now. They probably won't happen.
I got one.
Keep
going.
And my last one is Dead Presidents. If y'all, Dead Presidents is a classic. It's one of the dopest films out there, and it just never had anything after it, or even similar to me in my mindset. So I think that would be dope to have another Dead Presidents, a spinoff or something like that. What you got?
I was gonna say Cooley High.
Cool. Okay. So that's a super old school classic.
Yeah, I think because vintage and old school storytelling is in the now right now. It's a lot of old school based in the the 40s and 50s.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cooley High based in the late 60s or whatnot.
Yeah,
I think that would be a dope remake.
Hell, they could make a Lean On Me. Jamie Foxx could be Joe Clark.
Lean on me. Lean on me. Yeah.
Lean on me. Jamie Foxx could be Joe Clark. I'm telling you, because he just has that, go from this to go from that. He got that range. So I'm just
shit. Hey, Morgan's still around. Morgan is like, I can do it again.
No, we don't want you back, Morgan Freeman. We don't want you, Morgan.
He said, I can do it. I'm still here.
Call me Crazy Joe. Call me Batman. No, we cool. We cool on you, Morgan. You
jump.
You want to jump, Sam?
Jump.
The fat dude, he's still alive, ain't
he? Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah. So those are just movies. I just thought about some stuff. I'm like, man, it's just a lot of movies that I'd be wishing like could be prolonged, basically. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having to watch the same movie over and over again. But that's what they call them classics, I guess. I would say Home Alone, but I don't think nobody can ever outdo that Home Alone. The Home Alone is a classic.
It might work for some kids.
Home Alone, my shit. I still watch Home Alone to this day. I think that's my favorite Christmas movie.
No, Christmas movies. Since it's around this era, we can talk about Christmas movies real quick.
Yeah.
The Christmas movies that I will watch, I will watch A Christmas Story.
I've never even seen that movie.
A Christmas Story?
I know it's a dude named Ralphie in there, but I never seen it.
Oh my God, man, you tripping.
I never seen it, bro. Never seen it.
Never watched it.
I've never seen it.
Shoot your eye out, kid.
I know some of the stuff that people say it, but it was never appealing to me. I'm gonna tell you right now, my two movies at Christmas time that I watch, besides, if you watch like the ones where they do the Tyler Perry spinoff Christmas movie, you know what I'm saying? Like the Chris Brown. If you watch them, but I'm gonna say the ones I watch is Home Alone 1 and 2, and Die Hard.
Yeah, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Those are the two Christmas movies I watch.
My Christmas movies is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Okay, that's a funny one. I watched that.
Man, that is great.
That's hilarious.
And Friday After Next.
Crunching on your balls.
Crunching on your balls.
Yeah. That is a Christmas movie.
That's a Christmas movie for real.
Yeah, so that's one of I've already said that's one of my favorite movies. So I gotta put that on
Friday
there though.
After Next, that's like
Friday After. He said,
movie.
"Ooh, hit that Dion." He said, "Ooh, still got it."
Still got it.
Nah, that's a funny ass movie, man. Yeah, that I didn't even think about that. And when I put it in my Christmas movies, I'm gonna have to rethink that order because I'm like, that is a Christmas movie now I think about it.
It is. Yeah, Friday After Next.
Hey, you put something on my head. Okay. So, all right, we're going to go to the next thing. If you could sum up your life in 15 words or less.
15 words or less.
What would you say?
It's been a hell of a ride.
Okay.
But we're still having a good ass time.
Hey.
Look at him. Come up with it, man. Hell, that's pretty much what I would say too. I mean, to be honest, like, man, cause we done been through some shit. Like, I think when you look at your life, like some people like, I know I'm still happy to be here because we done been in some situations and this health in general, you know what I'm saying? How we look. I look at counterparts, that's the same age as me, and I'm like, damn, we don't look nothing alike, G. You know what I'm saying? It's hard living, just stress, things that deteriorate the body. We've been blessed to have a great family connection that keeps you alive too, that energy from our family. You got to think about it. Our folks is old and they still look good. I'm just saying, like, I was talking to Patrick the other day. It's like we don't really think to realize, you know what I'm saying?
I realize, I see it.
But I'm just saying though, even Auntie, your mom, right? When I look at her, I didn't know she was that old because she's always looked good. If you look at somebody else that age, they not looking like that.
They're not looking like that.
She keep herself up. She's always had her hair done
Oh, yeah, she gonna make
forever.
sure of that.
Forever.
Her hair has been
Ever.
done
She gonna make
forever.
sure of that.
Ever since I used to go over their house as a youngster, her hair has always
She
been
gonna- She
laid.
gonna keep her
Laid.
hair.
She keep her hair laid, and like like my mom and father don't. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look at other people that say they're the same age, it's a different. So like I would just say this life, I don't even need 15 words. Just blessed, man. It's like I'm still here,
Blessed.
and I got a lot of my loved ones still here. I've lost some, but for the most part, we've been fortunate. You know what I'm saying, to have our loved ones. So we're just blessed.
You didn't
all.
play the game right. I did it right.
Well, damn,
It said
nigga.
15 words or
I had
less.
15.
Or
But
less.
you want an extra point?
Yeah.
Hold up, though. It said 15 words, and what was the other
But I had
part?
15.
or
Right.
And I rhymed.
less,
But-
nigga.
15 words or what?
I rhymed.
Or
too.
less.
Yeah.
Now I can do a freestyle if you want me to and make my own shit
It's
up.
too late. It's too late.
I'm not gonna steal your thunder. That was your shine.
Nah,
you did your
That was your
thing.
shine.
That's why I said, oh shit, he did his thing. That was improv on the spur of the moment shit too. Give him his props for that shit. For real, for real. You stole my thunder because I was like, he probably just gonna say one or two words. I gotta come up with a whole little thing, but then he broke it down exactly 15 words. So you gotta give him his props on that. All right. So like I said before, you do shit. I thought you really,
Hey,
sometimes you'll be still
I'm
like
gonna
that.
get away from all. I was like, hey, all the jabs you just threw right now. I'm just take them.
I'm just saying though,
I
bro.
ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just eat them.
That ain't jab. I mean, because sometimes I ask you a question and you be like, I'll be like, expand on it. You be like, well,
Well,
I ain't got nothing.
I ain't got nothing.
so then I had to hurry up and reel it in. I'm just being
Reel it
honest,
in.
shit. But you killed it right there. So
Nah, that's funny.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'll be
I do.
I'll be like, hey, so what do you think about marriage? It sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Don't do it.
don't do it. I'm not on that shit right now. Be like, oh, what?
I mean, that's what you
What-
asked.
But I'm just saying, but what can I come off with off of that?
Elaborate. Oh.
Elaborate, expand on it.
Well, first off, there's one funky bitch.
Funky bitch.
But see, that would be the funny part. You know what I'm saying? Explain it. When you just make it cut and dry, be like, okay, now back to you. He was like, so what do you think?
I don't be trying
So
to
what
put
do you
my
think about that,
business out
GM?
there.
Man,
I don't be
fuck
trying
these
to put my
hoes.
business out there.
It was
that. I
like,
be
it was like, so what you think about these women? Fuck these hoes. Okay, back to you, Kevin.
Fuck these hoes.
Back to you, Kevin.
Just like that. But it's all good
Hey,
though,
these
man.
is jokes, y'all. These
It's
is
all
jokes.
jokes.
Hey,
These-
these is jokes. We just.
Bo
we
is not
stupid.
that bad,
Yeah.
man. This is
Not
just jokes.
that
This
bad.
is
I
just
love women. These are jokes. We're just cracking
all
jokes.
jokes. Like I said
All
before,
jokes.
this is why we have the disclaimer.
Like,
if you tender,
I think it's funny
If you tender,
that I'm not that bitter guy,
Don't
but
enter.
I like to play that role just to make fun of it, like because it's like bitter guys. It's like for real.
it's a lot of bitter guys out there.
It's like, hey, dude, move on. Like.
Yeah, it's a lot of bitter guys out there. Old
So-
bitter beer face
But
motherfuckers.
so like I like to play that role.
You remember
just
that bitter
crack a
beer
joke.
face motherfucker, man? That little white dude that used to make the bitter beer face. And actually, I seen one at the Gus Macker. He looked just like that nigga. I was like, damn, you got a bad roll of the
Bitter
dice
beer
in
face.
life, G. If you look like the bitter beer guy, ooh, that's back in the day, though. Y'all got to Google that shit, too. All right, so we just got to get props. Like I said, for this show was pretty much, we just trying to make sure y'all keep getting content
Yeah.
and stuff that's always happening. So we'd like to talk about it or just give you something to talk about, so that's what we do. But we got to talk about the hometown team. Just today, maybe about less than an hour ago,
Hey, sir.
our Indiana Pacers came through. They're going to be the first finalists in the inaugural in-season tournament.
This is a tournament.
Yeah, first people. So they're making history. If they win it, that's history. No matter how people
Yeah.
want to minimize, and call it minimal, it's not the championship, but it's important because it's the first thing, put together. And our team is repping.
And they took it serious.
They took it real serious.
They took it serious. They
I think a lot of people took it serious though. I think it's about money, it's about pride.
Yeah.
I think that's why I was saying, if you made a one-on-one competition for the All-Star game, right? And the people who got balls enough to, put their skills on, in the front of everybody, you might get beat. You might get made look bad, but you got to have the balls enough to get on that court to go one-on-one with these people. But I
Balls on the
guarantee
court.
you, the crowd, the fans will be satisfied because they're going to play their hardest. It won't be this bullshit that they do when you be like, damn, you ain't going to shoot the ball? You ain't going to do this? You ain't going to do that? No, because money's on the line. Pride's on the line. It's a different story. And you think about the Indiana Pacers, like they said, they got one of the lowest salary disparity, by the whole team. The lowest, you know what I'm saying, payout of salaries. Them dudes don't really make money. So this $500,000 and the $50,000 they gain, you know what I'm saying, just every player they gained previously is huge. Yeah. So and just like with the Pelicans have a lot of dudes besides Zion. You know, they top heavy three. Them dudes ain't getting paid money like that. So, you know, they playing hard. They playing for pride, you know what I'm saying, say they done it first and money. Yeah. So I think whoever came up with, you know, the NBA, you know, David Silver and all them who came up with this idea to bring some enjoyment and excitement in the middle of the season was a very, very great idea. I know it was a lot of skepticism.
It's worked, yeah.
Yeah, but I love it because the courts, the unis.
It's work for the benefit of us. You know what I'm saying? Because we Pacer fans, so we love it right now.
But I'm just saying, I love it in general because I am a basketball enthusiast.
Even the whole setup. At first, I didn't know how it was going to be set up. Or
real talk.
But then, like, once I seen how, like, okay, how it plays out, and then what you. Okay, I said, all right, now I dig this. It puts more incentive in early games. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, like, folks be like, I don't even watch the NBA until after Christmas.
That's real. Boy.
Because, unless it's like a rivalry game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people
like
just don't watch rivalry
game.
Yeah.
But this is like making folks like, hang on, what's going on?
But it's because of the product that they have been putting out on the floor. Like, you know, people stopped watching the NBA because people was half-assing it. Stars wouldn't play, you know what I'm saying? Load management, shit like that. You know, you paid the money to see such stars as Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James was even taking seats. Anthony Davis, they wasn't even coming to play.
Mr. Glass.
And these fucking tickets is like out, you know what I'm saying, through the roof.
Paying out the ass.
You know what I'm saying? Paying out the ass to see your favorite player play. They only come to your town once, you know what I'm saying, in the whole season. And they decide, oh, your team is not high enough in the value rankings, you know what I'm saying, in the market to play. So I'm going to sit this one out. I remember LeBron James, he said out Indiana, coming to Indiana. He said out coming to Indiana like for 3-4 years. Man.
Every time he played us.
He thought we was shitball. I bet you won't sit out no more. The King. I bet you won't sit out no more against the Pacers.
If he happens to get through the events going on right now, I really want to see the Pacers give him a problem.
I think they are going to give him a problem. I watch, you know,
I think either way.
I think the Pacers, the way they play, you got to be able to score. And you got to be able to score efficiently. And you got to be able to defend all the spots they do because there's a lot of high pick and roll. Yeah. They got a bunch of shooters that spread out the floor. With Miles Turner shooting threes, it spreads out the floor. It's going to make it wide open for Halliburton. You got to figure out who you going to stop. Because Halliburton is always looking to pass, and he's just playing the defense to see what they're going to do. It was like he was looking at Brook Lopez. Are you going to come up and get me? Or are you going to fall back? If you're going to fall back, I'm going to just find a shooter. By the time you come up, I got a layup or I got shooters on the side. And he was just being a maestro tonight. You know what I'm saying? You say 27 points, 15 assists, 7 rebounds, and no turnovers. Man.
I think a bonus is him playing with Miles Turner. I've always thought Miles Turner was a smart player.
When you spread the floor, when you can spread the floor as a center, it's always going to be great.
But I've always thought he was a smart player.
He's playing more aggressive and focus now with Halliburton, I would say, that he's played with any other Pacer player, period. Because it's like tonight, it's a whole bunch of time he could have just, you know, set that little jumper up. He went and banged on Brook Lopez. I'm like, okay.
But it's the reads, and he knows that this person is going to give him the ball.
That's true too.
He's never had another player that did that. You know, he's you know, he's playing at a power forward. He had another guy who would chug up jump shots. When he's down low, got a small.
I agree with you.
So like he's just now getting with a guy that they can operate. I think they're one of the best 1-2 punches right now.
Yeah, I mean, I know as far as guarding wise, like, because I don't know what you do, because now that Halliburton shoots this 3 at this clip, he's scoring at this clip and he assisting at this clip, and then Miles Turner's coming and actually being a formidable, you know what I'm saying, center. The Pacers are a problem. Like, for real. And they got this young, hard-nosed team that just don't quit.
Yeah, they growing.
They're athletic. They being dogs, you know what I'm saying? Because Naismith is a dog. He's a dog. As I said, I want to sick him on LeBron because I'm telling you, LeBron gonna hate him because that man was making everybody work tonight. For real.
That's why I want to see who wins tonight.
That man was on Giannis and he's giving up like at least 6-7 inches and he was playing him decent.
He was pissing him off.
And being hounding him, bodying him up. Just don't let him do what he want to do and make him uncomfortable. That's all you got to do. But yeah, it's gonna be good. Saturday night.
Saturday night
Right. Might be Naptown's time. And it's so great because if they win and we host the All-Star game next season.
I said this a week ago.
It's a prelude.
It's a
Naptown getting that love, baby. It's like, put us on the big screen, baby. It's our time. You know, Chicago been killing it for forever. Hell, St. Louis, you know what I'm saying, been killing it.
St. Louis ain't got no NBA team. What the fuck you talking about?
I'm just talking about in general as being popular cities with different things. Wasn't it the St. Louis Rams? Wasn't it the St. Louis Rams?
They lost the Rams.
But I'm just saying, at the time they won, what were they called?
Naptown's a bigger city than
I'm
St.
just
Louis.
saying. What do you know from Naptown? If we won a fucking championship,
The Colts.
we ain't won shit to the NBA. But I'm just saying, they don't even give us props for that. They still don't even give us props for that. They still be looking at it.
No,
the Colts championship is
Colts
lost.
fans, man. There are some super. It's people that live in Cleveland.
We in
to
a
New
conference.
Orleans
We in a conference with
that are
Tom
super
Brady.
Colts
That shit
fans.
is lost. The people don't even forget we even won a championship.
There are
Except for
a
Colts
gang
fans.
of Colts fans, man. I'm telling you, man.
I'm not saying it's not Colts fans. You taking a different angle that I'm saying in the instance of you, the parameter, you when they're with the GOAT and the Patriots, nobody really said anything about the championship Indiana won, besides Indiana people and maybe a few fans that scattered out.
No.
But the fucking St. Louis Rams at the time, there was St. Louis, got all that press.
The fuck we talking about?
I'm just talking about how it's our time. That's what we talking about. It's our time to really get some love on the big screen.
Oh, okay.
That's what we talking about. Especially for basketball shit. Now, last time Indiana got some love, we was doing some
You talking about Paul George?
we was doing some criminal activity. Now, I'm talking about the last time they was on this big scale where people knew about Naptown was we was whooping people's ass in Detroit.
Nah.
Whooping ass. Taking
For
names.
real.
The Pacers got to Eastern Conference Finals with Paul George and all that. That was a good time.
It was a good time, but it was a stepping stone to guess who? The King. Always losing to fucking LeBron James.
The King.
So it was like, yeah, we got all this hype, and then we are lower seed because we barely got into the playoff most times.
It's the same thing.
Man.
Everybody lost to Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but I mean, also on the other side, but he had a battle in the East. LeBron James had stepping stone. But that's another thing. Oh, it's funny when people was talking about the debate, and I just thought about this too. It was like LeBron James doing all these stats, and he's killing, and that's why he's the GOAT, right? He gets to the NFL, he gets to the final. They didn't want to say he got to the finals 9-10 times, right? Even though he lost, they just say he got there, right?
Yeah.
The difference between Michael Jordan, and this is a bomb I'm about to drop, the difference between Michael Jordan and LeBron James, that the Eastern Conference, they don't talk about the West, right? You can talk about people want to bring up the Golden State Warriors was LeBron James' nemesis, right? Look how he fucking got there. The Eastern Conference was trash for like 6 or 7 years.
Trash.
Where you knew Cleveland was going to the finals every year. Michael Jordan, you can't say that. They had teams. Even if you don't understand the teams, they had teams that competed. And he had to go through the rankings before he even got to see the Utah Jazz, the Suns, the Sonics, you know what I'm saying? Who else he go see?
The Lakers.
The Lakers. But look who he had to go through, the Pistons.
The Portland.
The Celtics. You know what I'm saying? Like the Pacers. Hell, he had to go through the fucking Pacers at the time.
Yeah.
It was about 5 or 6 good teams in the East, but when LeBron James was coming, who was good? The Cleveland Cavaliers, because everybody that was good was falling off.
The
Pacers was okay. The Pistons was falling off. They were old, so they really couldn't be a formidable point. The Magic, maybe, with Dwight Howard at the time, would probably been in his way. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, the East was wide open, and the only people that had a great team almost all the time was the Cleveland Cavaliers. So when we say how he got to the finals, LeBron James got to the final in the West, when it was deep, way more tough, something to think about. Something to think about. But yeah, we was just bullshitting, you know what I'm saying? And it's another game on tonight.
Yeah, it's right now.
You know, it's about to be taking place. So we want to get to watch that. The in-season tournament has definitely been great. I tell the truth. I do want to get to watch the game. Shit, for real, for real. But no doubt we always want to keep bringing y'all content and having y'all bring up stuff. We are growing. Like, I just seen the post I posted about P. Diddy. Yeah, it's doing some numbers right now. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we're going to get to, you know, just seeing what works. And we're just going to keep it working at it till we get it to where it need to be. But you got anything else, Bo?
I ain't got shit.
Yeah. So, you know, once again, another episode signing off from the Pulpit Podcast. We'll see y'all on the next one. Yup.